Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Today is day 16 of Crocktober, and if you're not familiar with that, it is a month-long collaboration with 31 different crockpot recipes. Amanda from the Beals is who coordinates this, so thank you to her for organizing everything. We have a YouTube playlist and a Facebook group, so I'll link both of those down below. But all month long, every single day, you're gonna get more crockpot inspiration. So today, the recipe I chose to share is Crockpot biscuits and gravy. It's something that I make semi-often, biscuits and gravy, obviously, but I've never made it in the crockpot. It's a great way to make it ahead of time if you want to take it to a gathering, or even just have it warm and ready to go if your family has to eat throughout the morning or throughout the night. So I hope that you guys enjoy, and let's get into the recipe. Okay, so here are the ingredients that you'll need for the Crockpot biscuits and gravy. I will link the original recipe that I based this off of down below. I am going to make a few modifications based on what I have on hand personally, but I'm going to use 1 pound of pork sausage. You can get any brand of this. You can also get the hot breakfast pork sausage if you'd like. I have some salt and pepper to season the gravy. You'll also need some all-purpose flour. That is what will thicken the gravy. Once we brown the sausage, we will see if we need any more fat in there. A lot of times the grease that comes off the sausage is enough to make a roux with the flour, but if not, sometimes I add a tablespoon of butter, but like I said, we'll see. And then I have some milk. You can use any type of milk or half and half. I happen to have whole milk on hand, so that's what I'll use for the gravy. And then for the biscuits, you can basically use any type of biscuit that you like. I really like the frozen biscuits. Those are good. You can use canned biscuits if you'd like. Those aren't my favorites, but I have this Pioneer baking mix on hand that I got on clearance at Walmart, so I'm just going to roll mine out and use that. And I think instead of cooking my biscuits in the crock pot with the gravy, I'm actually going to cook them separately in the oven and then just place them on top of the gravy in the crock pot, only because I'm not quite sure if the biscuits will brown in the crock pot. And I just prefer to have mine, you know, brown and crispy on the outside. So let's get started. So I have my sausage browning here over about medium to medium high heat. And I like to use one of these Pampered Chef mix-and chops to just break up the ground meat. If you don't have one, I would definitely recommend it. I'll link mine down below, as well as these pans. I get questions on these blue pans a lot. I really like them. So I'm just going to continue to cook this. It doesn't seem like this sausage is very greasy, so I may have to add about a tablespoon of butter. Okay, so I have a slotted spoon here, and I'm just going to spoon the sausage crumbles out of the pan into my crock pot. And then I will end up adding actually probably a couple tablespoons of butter, because I am going to use a 1/4 cup of flour. And especially when you're making a roux, you want to make sure that your flour to oil or flour to fat ratios are accurate. Otherwise your flour can burn. Okay, so I added my butter. I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of regular all-purpose flour, and then just whisk this together. I have one of these flat whisks. I think I got it at Walmart. It's a Pioneer Woman one. I really like it for making sauces and gravies like this, because it kind of gets into the corners a little bit better. So I'm just gonna cook this flour and butter together over medium heat for just a couple of minutes. You just want to get the raw taste out of the flour, and then I'm going to add milk and salt and pepper. Okay, so I have 3 cups of milk, and then just whisk that in with the flour and the butter. I'm going to add some freshly ground black pepper, and then maybe I'll probably start with like a teaspoon of salt and then taste it and see if it needs more. And I mean, this is like basically your basic, you know, white sauce recipe. So this is the formula, obviously. Flour and butter, cook that, add milk. Same as like a bechamel if you are making that type of lasagna, or if you're making like a cheese sauce, you could add cheese to this. So I'm just gonna let this simmer until it thickens. Okay, so this is all thickened up now. I'm going to pour this into the crock pot with the sausage. Okay, so I have this on high. I'm gonna go ahead and cover it and roll out my biscuits. Okay, I've got 3 cups of my biscuit mix in here, and all I need is 1 cup of milk. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that. I'm gonna mix this up, roll it out, and cut it into biscuits.
Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets, and yesterday has gone to sleep. So all that's left is you and me. I can promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream.
Okay, so we have our biscuits here. Connor wants to help me brush the cream on them. So this step is optional, but we are going to brush the tops with some heavy cream. You could also use milk or an egg wash if you wanted to. So let me do one and then you can do the rest, okay? So you just get a little bit of this cream on the brush, and then you're just gonna like paint it on the top of the biscuit. But you don't want too much liquid because then it'll get soggy. So you just want just a tiny little bit.
Okay, like that?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Like that, and then like that?
Mm-hmm. Connor's got the sniffles, so that's why he's got a mask on.
I think I did a little too much.
That's okay. Okay, so we're just gonna finish brushing these and then we'll stick them in the oven. Okay, so we're gonna put these in the oven. Connor's gonna help. We're gonna...
Is it hot?
Yep. You put them on the top rack?
Yeah.
Yep, you're okay.
Steam in the hole.
It's yep, it's hot in there. Okay, so we're gonna put those in, and then I think we're gonna bake these. I'm gonna start with 15 minutes. Well, let's do 10. Okay, hold on. Okay, do 12. And then push start. There you go. Thank you. I don't want them to cook all the way through because I think what I'm gonna do is just get them a little bit brown and then put them on top of the gravy. All right, so these browned up pretty well. I'm just gonna take them and place them on top of the gravy, sort of like a crust, I guess, on top of here. And then this will just sit on low until it's time to eat. Kind of an interesting way to make biscuits and gravy. You know, something you can like make ahead of time for a crowd. So yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so here is how the Crockpot biscuits and gravy turned out. I'm gonna give it a taste, but it smells delicious. And I do think next time I'll try baking the biscuits in there because as you can see, they have browned up a little bit. So I was not so sure, but I think next time I'll try it. But definitely a great way to make biscuits and gravy for a crowd and keep it warm and make it ahead. All right. Biscuits and gravy taste test. Really good. I would definitely recommend this recipe. I think that it is a super creative way to make biscuits and gravy like ahead of time if you want to take it somewhere, if you're invited to like a breakfast or brunch somewhere. Would definitely recommend it. And like I said, next time I will try the biscuits actually baked in the crock pot. I don't know why I was so like nervous about that. I just had it in my head that they wouldn't get brown, but I'll probably try that next time. But anyways, thanks you guys so much for watching today, and I will have the whole Crocktober playlist linked down below, as well as the Facebook group. There is tons of inspiration for fall crockpot cooking, so make sure that you check it out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.